This fence in Naco, Arizona separates the U.S. and Mexico, and it's only 60 feet away from the Ladd Ranch. Some say it's a thoroughfare for drug smuggling.
As soon as they get over that fence, they're on me.
The Ladd family owns 16,000 acres and runs 500 head of cattle.
Been here 121 years.
That's how long his family has been in the ranching business. He's had dead bodies on his property. He's been burglarized and even had his vehicle stolen. He points out some of the smuggling trails along his property. He admits at one time groups crossed in droves through the property.
Now it's a group of 2 or 3. But that's how the cartels evolved, is that 2 or 3 guys a lot harder to see than 60. And they all wear full camouflage now, and they all wear booties, so they don't leave footprint.
He's talking to Cowlitz County Sheriff Mark Nelson and his Undersheriff Mark Gilchrist.
These trails that you're talking about coming up these draws are really they're 2-lane highways.
Yes.
They're here to learn how drug smuggling that originates in Mexico has an impact in their community.
My county does have the highest per capita number of drug overdoses in the state.
From 2011 to 2014, Cowlitz County had the highest rate of heroin-related deaths.
Just under the heroin opiate crisis, 91 people a day dying in this country, and 90% of the heroin's coming through the southern border.
Every community in America is having problems with drugs, and especially with the heroin and opium.
His frustration even with the fence, technology, and Border Patrol agents, yet smuggling still happens.
They do not place agents where they should. They don't do anything to stop it.
Locally, Ladd has proposed ideas as to how to stem the smuggling flow. However, those ideas have continually collided with one bigger, long-running problem.
Washington doesn't care. And then they send directions to Sector sends them to the local station. So whether they agree with what we're doing here at the Naco station, it doesn't matter. They're getting their orders from Washington.
However, he does admit there are some positives.
This is the best design of the fence that I've seen.
As the tour winds down,
Take this back, what he learns, take it back to his federal leadership from the state and get it back to Washington, D.C., because every federal leader that can actually understand it better is hope for us on the border here and hope for their communities. And that's very important to us.
So I had some conversation before I came down here with a couple of our federal legislators and said, when I get back, we're going to chat. So
Good. That's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Right on, man.
when Sheriff Mark Nelson returns to Cowlitz County, he'll take back with him a new perspective about how drugs that cross through Ladd's backyard end up in his. In Naco, Arizona, Lupita Murillo, News for Tucson.